have an MBA from Carnegie Mellon University, Tepper School of Business, and I think it's helped me to, well, from a marketing standpoint, to kind of get the word out about Burgh Bees and try to stimulate support, because really what we're trying to do is create new beekeepers. So we're trying to find outlets to advertise that beekeeping can be done in an urban area and it can be successful. I tell my students all the time, it's a great way to get in touch with your local ecosystem, your local environment. If there's a flower that's blooming, if there's a drought going on, you're going to see at the hive, because I can tell based on the activity at the entrance of the hive what flowers are blooming because of the pollen the bees are bringing in, how much activity there is. If there's a drought, you can see it very quickly because the bees get agitated, there's not enough flowers to work, and it's really a thrill in an urban environment because they bring in not only the native species of pollen I'm used to seeing, but also some of these ornamental flowers. Bees have a long history of being important to agriculture. They provide pollination to plants, so they're not only providing a food that people can eat, they're the only insect in the world that produce a food that we can eat, but they also provide literally the food on our plate. Every third bite of food that we eat is directly attributable to the honeybee. So without the honeybee, we really couldn't do agriculture on the scale that we do it in this country. So there's a strong tie-in between bees and agriculture, and also the honey itself has a long history as a medicinal product and a food product. The nice thing about being in an urban area like this, there's a lot of resource sources, a lot of educational institutions, and a lot of people are interested in beekeeping. I would have never thought 30 years ago that you could do beekeeping in a city like this, but there's a lot of people who are interested and a lot of people willing to help out, especially in light of the fact that 3 years ago we lost half the bees in the country to colony collapse disorder, and then 2 years ago we lost another 50% of the bees. And even as recently as the winter of 2009-2010, we lost 30% of the bees in the country. We're still waiting for the numbers to come in this year. It seems like the tide or the national die-off of bees may be subsiding, but it's still alarming. At the rates we were seeing 2 and 3 years ago, there wouldn't be any bees left in the country in 18 years was the projection. It really is an art and a science. There's a lot of science. You can spend a lot of time studying beekeeping. You can get a PhD from Cornell University in apiculture. And the honeybee is just one of a million species of insects that have been described on the planet. So it's really humbling when you think how much there is to know. And we're still learning new things about the honeybee every year. New research is being done. I learn something almost every time I open up a beehive, because there's the science and then there's the craft of beekeeping. My father has a saying that the bees know what they're doing. So when I'm in a beehive and I don't know what the next ideal step may be, I figure, well, the bees have a pretty good idea of how to sort this out. So they usually make the right decision for me if I can't make it for them.